Have you ever spotted West Indies on a map and wondered what it really means? Is it a country, a continent, or something else? The name conjures images of explorers and tall ships, but the reality is much more interesting. The West Indies isn't a country. You won't find a West Indies passport or a single government. Instead, it's a region, a collection of diverse islands scattered across the Caribbean Sea and Atlantic Ocean. Each island has its own identity, history, and often its own government. To call it one nation would be like seeing only one tree in a forest. The real beauty of the West Indies lies in its diversity, a tapestry of cultures and peoples. Picture a necklace of sparkling jewels, each island unique, all connected by shimmering blue waters. The West Indies is defined by geography, a breathtaking archipelago bridging North and South America. When we talk about the West Indies, we're speaking of a region shaped by geography and a shared, complex history. It's a collective term for countless islands, each with its own story. So, where exactly is this remarkable region? Let's find out. To locate the West Indies, look between North and South America on the map. In the tropical waters between these continents lies a sweeping chain of islands, the heart of the West Indies, bordered by the Gulf of Mexico, the Atlantic Ocean, and the Caribbean Sea. This region forms a natural crossroads. The islands stretch from the Bahamas near Florida, through Cuba, Jamaica, Hispaniola, and Puerto Rico, then curve east and south toward Venezuela. This archipelago acts as a barrier between the Atlantic and Caribbean, creating a unique marine environment. There are hundreds of islands, some mountainous and lush, others flat and ringed by coral reefs. The region's varied landscapes support incredible biodiversity. Its strategic location made it a prize for empires and a hub for trade and tourism. But why is it called the West Indies? For that, we need to travel back in time. Let's explore the origins of this curious name. The name West Indies is the result of a famous navigational error. In the late 1400s, European explorers sought a sea route to Asia, the Indies, for spices and riches. Christopher Columbus, sailing for Spain in 1492, believed he could reach Asia by heading west. When he landed in the Caribbean, he thought he'd reached the Indies and called the islands just that. Of course, he was wrong. He'd found a new continent, not Asia. To distinguish these islands from the real Indies in Asia, Europeans called them the West Indies. The name stuck, a reminder of how mistakes can shape history. Columbus also called the indigenous people Indians, a misnomer that lasted centuries. The West Indies name is a legacy of ambition, confusion, and the age of exploration. It's a label born from error, but it endures. Long before Columbus, these islands had rich histories of their own. The West Indies is a vibrant mosaic of nations and territories, not a single entity. Jamaica is famous for reggae and athletics, Barbados for its beaches and cricket, Trinidad and Tobago for carnival and the steel pan. Cuba stands out for its political history and colonial cities, while Hispaniola is shared by the Dominican Republic and Haiti, two nations, two cultures. Smaller islands like Grenada, St. Lucia, and Antigua each have their own unique stories. The region's diversity is rooted in a complex history of colonization and independence. European powers, Spain, Britain, France, the Netherlands, once ruled here. Today you'll hear English, Spanish, French, Dutch, and Creole languages. The West Indies is a living museum of resilience and cultural fusion. Each island is a world of its own. Geographers group the West Indies into three main clusters: the Greater Antilles, the Lesser Antilles, and the Bahamas. The Greater Antilles includes the largest islands, Cuba, Hispaniola, Haiti and the Dominican Republic, Jamaica and Puerto Rico. The Lesser Antilles forms a chain of smaller islands to the east, divided into the Windward and Leeward Islands. The Windward Islands include Martinique, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and Grenada. The Leeward Islands feature the Virgin Islands, Anguilla, St. Kitts and Nevis, and Antigua and Barbuda. The Bahamas, along with Turks and Caicos, make up the Lucayan Archipelago, low-lying limestone islands north of the Greater Antilles. Though technically in the Atlantic, the Bahamas share the region's history and culture. Together, these groups form the full picture of the West Indies. From towering mountains to coral cays, the region's geography is as varied as its cultures. Understanding these clusters helps us navigate the West Indies, on the map and in our minds. The West Indies may not be a single country, but in cricket, the islands unite as one. The West Indies cricket team, or Windies, draws players from across the region: Jamaica, Barbados, Trinidad and Tobago, Guyana, and more. Wearing the same maroon cap, they compete as a symbol of regional pride and unity. In the 1970s and 80s, the Windies dominated world cricket, showing that small nations could challenge the giants. For many, cricket is their first encounter with the name West Indies. The team embodies a shared identity that transcends borders. Cricket unites where politics and geography divide. This tradition is a legacy of British colonialism, but the spirit is uniquely Caribbean. The West Indies cricket team is a living symbol of unity and pride. Today, Caribbean is the more common name for this region, derived from the indigenous Carib people. Caribbean focuses on the sea that unites the islands, rather than a historical mistake. The names are often used interchangeably, but Caribbean is preferred in tourism and modern conversation. So what is the West Indies? It's a region of beauty and diversity, not a country, but a collection of nations and cultures. It's a place named by mistake, defined by geography, and united by history and sometimes by cricket. The West Indies is a tapestry woven from Africa, Europe, Asia, and the Americas. Whether you call it the West Indies or the Caribbean, it remains a place of wonder. Let this story inspire you to explore the music, food, and histories of these remarkable islands. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends. Your support helps us bring more stories from around the world to you.